Ever wondered why your seemingly healthy plant suddenly becomes distressed after repotting? It's a question that plagues many green thumbs out there. You see, repotting isn't just about moving your plant to a new home. It's a delicate process that, if not done right, can lead to some common issues. For instance, during repotting, the plant's roots can get damaged. This can cause the plant to go into shock, affecting its overall health. Then there's the issue of pot size. A pot that's too small can cramp the roots, while one that's too large can lead to overwatering. Both scenarios are far from ideal. However, with the right techniques, these challenges can become manageable, even avoidable. The key is to understand your plant's needs and to be gentle during the process. So stay tuned, because we're about to delve into the world of repotting. But don't worry, equip yourself with knowledge and repotting will no longer be a daunting task. Timing can make a world of difference when it comes to repotting your plants. The best time to give your green friends a new home is generally during their growing season. This period varies for different plants, but usually falls in spring and summer. This is when plants are at their most vigorous and can recover swiftly from the stress of repotting. But how do you know when your plant is ready for a change of scenery? There are some telltale signs to watch out for. If you notice roots growing out of the drainage hole, it's a clear sign your plant has outgrown its current pot. In addition, if your plant is becoming top-heavy or the growth seems stunted, it might be time to consider a bigger pot. Remember, timing is everything. Spot the signs and your plant will thank you for it. Choosing the right home for your plant is crucial. It's not just about aesthetics, but also about functionality. The pot you choose serves as the foundation for your plant's health, growth, and overall happiness. Now, there's a wide variety of pots available on the market. You've got your terracotta pots, ceramic pots, plastic pots, and even fabric pots. Each type has its own set of advantages and drawbacks. Terracotta pots, for instance, are breathable and excellent for plants that prefer dry conditions, but they can be heavy and prone to cracking in cold weather. Ceramic pots offer a wide range of designs and colors, but they're usually heavier and less porous than terracotta. On the other hand, plastic pots are lightweight, affordable, and retain moisture well, making them suitable for a variety of plants. But they may not offer the same breathability as their clay counterparts. Fabric pots, the new kids on the block, are breathable, promote healthy root growth, and are easy to store, but they may require more frequent watering. Size is another crucial factor when choosing a pot. As a rule of thumb, you should select a pot that's 1 to 2 sizes larger than the current one. This gives your plant room to grow without overwhelming it with too much soil, which can retain excess moisture and lead to root rot. And speaking of root rot, let's talk about drainage. Drainage holes are an absolute necessity in a pot. They allow excess water to escape, preventing waterlogging and subsequently root rot. Some pots come with drainage holes, while others don't. If you fall in love with a pot that doesn't have them, don't worry. You can always drill a few holes yourself or use it as a decorative pot and place a smaller functional pot inside. The right pot can make or break your plant's health, so choose wisely. Remember, a happy plant starts with a comfortable home, and there's no place like home, especially for our leafy friends. Now, let's dive into the actual process of repotting your plant. First off, you'll want to water your plant a day before the big move. This allows the roots to be more flexible and less likely to break during the transition. When you're ready, place your hand on top of the soil, fingers spread around the stem of the plant. Turn the pot upside down and give it a gentle shake. Your plant should slide out with ease, roots and all. If your plant is a bit stubborn, don't force it. Instead, tap the sides of the pot to loosen the soil and try again. If it's still putting up a fight, you might need to cut the pot away. Be careful not to damage the roots in the process. Once your plant is free, now comes the inspection. Look at the roots. If they're circling the root ball, your plant was definitely ready for a new home. This is called being root bound. It's not a death sentence, but it's a clear sign your plant needed more space. But what if you find brown or mushy roots? These are signs of root rot, a common issue caused by overwatering. Take a pair of clean, sharp scissors and trim away any unhealthy roots. Remember, it's better to remove a little more than to leave any rot behind. Now, onto the new pot. Make sure it has good drainage. This can be a hole in the bottom or a deep layer of gravel. Either way, you want to ensure excess water has a way to escape. Before you place your plant inside, add a layer of fresh, well-draining soil. This gives your plant's roots a new area to expand into. Gently place your plant in the center of the pot. The top of the root ball should be about an inch below the rim of the pot. This gives you enough room to add more soil without it spilling over the sides. Now comes the fun part. Start adding soil around the root ball, but don't just dump it in. Take your time to press it down gently, eliminating any air pockets. You want to make sure the roots are in contact with the soil, but you don't want to compact it so much that water can't get through. Once you've filled in the pot, give your plant a good watering. This helps to settle the soil and eliminate any remaining air pockets. And there you have it. You've successfully repotted your plant. It might seem like a daunting task, but it's really all about paying attention to your plant's needs. With patience and care, you can successfully repot your plant without causing any distress. Repotting is just half the battle. What comes after is equally important. Indeed, the journey your plant embarks upon post-repotting is crucial to its survival. The first thing to remember is watering. Unlike what you might think, it's not a good idea to water your plant immediately after repotting. Give it some time to acclimate to its new environment. Wait for at least a couple of days before the first watering. This allows the roots to settle and recover from the stress of repotting. When you do water your plant, make sure to do it thoroughly. Water it until you see some draining out from the bottom. Remember, one deep watering is far better than several shallow ones. It encourages the roots to grow deeper and stronger, providing your plant with a stable base. Next, let's talk about light. Most plants love sunlight, but too much direct light right after repotting could stress them out. Start by placing your plant in a spot with indirect light. Gradually move it towards more light over a period of a week or two. This will help it adjust to its new pot without getting a sunburn. It's also essential to monitor your plant for any signs of distress. Yellowing leaves could be a sign of overwatering, while browning edges might indicate too much sunlight. If you notice anything unusual, don't panic. Plants are resilient creatures. Adjust the watering or the light exposure and give your plant some time to recover. Lastly, don't forget to be patient. Repotting is a big change for your plant, and it might take some time for it to adjust. But with a little care and attention, you'll see it start to thrive in its new home. So remember, after repotting, hold off on watering for a couple of days, introduce light gradually, and keep an eye out for any signs of distress. Most importantly, have patience. Your plant is doing its best to adjust to its new environment. Keep a close eye on your plant after repotting, and it will continue to thrive in its new home. So we've covered quite a lot today. Let's have a quick recap. We kicked things off by addressing the essential question: is repotting a necessary evil? The answer: absolutely. It's an integral part of plant care that ensures your plant's continued growth and vitality. Then, we delved into the timing of repotting. Remember, the best time to repot is generally in the spring, when plants are entering their growth phase. We also explored the importance of choosing the right pot. Size matters, but so does material. Consider your plant's needs, and don't forget those drainage holes. Next, we walked you through the repotting process step by step, from gently removing your plant from its current home to filling the new pot with fresh soil. Every step is crucial. Finally, we touched on post-repotting care. Water lightly, provide ample sunlight, and be patient. Remember, repotting doesn't have to be stressful. With the right knowledge, it can be a rewarding experience for both you and your plants.